Hey, buddy, doing a random stream because I don't usually stream on a Monday, but as you can tell by the thumbnail, Tommy's not feeling too good, or one of the guinea pigs not feeling too good. But there's a disturbance in the guinea pig force anyway, so I thought, like there were a few other people streaming. I might as well stream. Do an hour or two, see what happens. As always, I have the link in the chat if anyone wants to pop on, talk about whatever. Because I'm not calling out soy nerds tonight, even though I probably will sooner or later get into that. But all about fucking toys or whatever you want to talk about, all random stuff. Talk about the border. Because I'm doing a video. I should be really doing it instead of a stream, but I thought, oh yeah, I'll do a stream. See what's happening. See how if Tommy's out there, he wants to like see how everything's going and that. If he's like too ill and that, if he's like, oh yeah, oh it's just mild sort of shit where. Uh, but I'll be streaming for an hour or two. I was streaming fucking yesterday, I think, and that. No Retreat, No Surrender on Slash's channel. Yeah, fucking real good film. And Tommy was on there. I think that it might be his back because it was like for quite a long time. Because Darius and Tommy sort of like left about ooh, 10 or 20 minutes from the end. Uh, yeah, because Darius had an injury, but he's recovered apparently, and that. So yeah, it's really all right. Yeah, most other people talking about other stuff and that. Not Equalizer 3 though, I've noticed, but there will be when it comes out. Got to go see that Susu film or not because I think that's getting released at, but it's a like preview. You have to be a member of this cinema place, and then it was getting released up like tomorrow or some or Wednesday. But yeah, but then hey, Jens, what happened to Tommy? Don't know, but he like posted a sort of like notice saying that there wasn't going to be any like stream from him tonight because he was like, well, he didn't say he was feeling ill, but he said the like guinea pig collective was feeling ill. So I don't know if it could because he was saying that one of his guinea pigs had some kind of like problem with it. I can't exactly remember, but whatever problem it was, he'd gone and got like the um, lotion or whatever, and like was taking care of it. So it might be that guinea pig's a bit ill, and his back might be feeling a bit crap because there was me, Slasher, Tommy, and Darius on Slasher's channel reviewing No Retreat, No Surrender. So yeah, But yeah, he's not doing one. So I thought, oh yeah, I'll do one sort of thing, like do an hour or two in case anyone wants to talk about any sort of like toys or films are out. Because as I say, I'm not calling out Soyna. That's why I didn't put calling out, but I probably will. Cause oh yeah, and both saying, okay, I just got home from work. Yeah, because like it was one of them where I was thinking, oh yeah, it's getting 10 o'clock time. Is Tommy dropping the link? And then like yeah, drop the link, and then I saw it on the YouTube notification sort of thing, homepage sort of thing, saying, oh yeah, no, I'm not doing one. Oh yeah, but I was saying, yeah, he missed Sasha's stream because he fell asleep. Yeah, but it was real late. Well, what happened was there was a lot of pausing because we were talking about the film and that. It was probably mostly my fault. Oh, it's fucking great, this bit and all this shit. And then there was one or two toilet breaks. And I was like a bit late and all. But I said to him, about as Sasha was saying, that was a part of my childhood watching No Retreat, No Surrender. So I knew the film. I didn't have to watch the film to know how good it was. Because it's one of them where if I hadn't seen the film, then obviously I've got to watch it to give an opinion. But if I've seen the film and I can't remember, but I usually know if I liked it or not. But then it's always good to watch it again. But if it's a film like No Retreat, No Surrender, or Enter the Dragon, or The Running Man, one of them films where I've seen since I was a kid, and that, you know. So yeah, I know basically most of that. I was knowing things that Sasha didn't know, and he'd watched it because he couldn't remember how he met the. Well, I don't know if you've seen No Retreat, No Surrender, Bone, but I think you probably have. It's the one with Van Damme plays the Russian in a kickboxing tournament sort of thing. But he meets this bird, and it's sort of like at the park or a party or when it's at the beginning where he's moving into his house and he goes somewhere, I think, or she sees him or he meets him whilst he's packing his stuff, I think. Anyway, like Sasha couldn't remember that. But that's how much I've seen that film. Because I was saying that is one of them films where when I was getting like growing up and that was the sort of film you watch because it was like that's how you kick ass and get a bed. Yeah, yeah. Both saying he saw it a long time ago. Yeah, yeah. It was 1985. It got released, and as I say, that's when I'd seen it. Well, probably 1986 because there was about a year. Usually there'd be like a year sort of difference. Apart from, I'd noticed Superman 3. Apparently, the UK got Superman 3 a week or two before America. But yeah, most of the time, because Britain would like see how good a film would do, and after a year, if it was doing real good, be like, oh yeah, we'll see how good the British people like it. Well, we did shit. They did sometimes. They take a chance. Some of them, but yeah. Well, I've got to do a video because oh, Bone saying Superman 3 was awful. Well, you say it was awful, but compared to Superman 4, It's quite good because it's all about computers, and that is one of them where it's before its time sort of thing, where the computers are massive and that, where the main computer at the end is like a big cave, like the Bat Cave, where nowadays it'd probably be about as big as a wardrobe. But it does some crazy shit in that. And the bit where it gets the main villain's sister and turns her into a sort of robot or a cyborg and that's pretty hectic. And it was a bit more of a comedy because it had Richard Pryor in. Yeah, but I'm saying 1 and 2 were classics, 3 and 4 are garbage. Well, I have to disagree on the 3 and 4 part because 1 and 2 are obviously they are classics. Even the number 2 that was the director's cut that got remade into a like fucking different film. Not altogether because it had some like the ending was sort of like the same and that in the beginning, but yeah, it was a different sort of film anyway. But I'd say number 4 is pretty bad, but number 3 is sort of in between where I wouldn't say it was real bad because it has some good sort of like scenes and that in it, and the storyline is pretty decent, but yeah, compared to 1 and 2, obviously it wasn't the greatest. But compared to 4, if you'd only seen 3 and 4, you'd be like, oh well, number 3 wasn't that bad. But it's because you've been spoiled born and you've seen 1 and 2, and then you're like, oh. But I will say number 3 is, and like I saw some words were saying, yeah, it's more of a comedy because to like make it more like Richard Pryor's sort of like film. And strange fact was Superman 3 was the first Superman film that credited Christopher Reeves with first billing. Because beforehand, Superman 1 was Marlon Brando, and Superman 2 was what's his name? Gene Hackman. Yeah, Superman 3. Oh, Christopher Reeve. Because apparently, get this bone, the script for Superman 3 was going to involve Supergirl and Brainiac. But Christopher Reeve said, no, that's shit. And so they like re-scripted it and that. And then once, because the role that Richard Pryor plays, they didn't know it was going to be Richard Pryor. But once they found out it was going to be Richard Pryor, they started doing it a bit more comedy. Yeah. Yeah, so like it could have been worse. It could have been worse. Because yeah, they got a Superman 4, but that's when it like yeah, because apparently I heard something like um it was going to be a different film or whatever, but the budget and so they're like because I think it was 'cause Superman 3, yeah, I think it was because Superman 3 didn't do as well as they expected, even though they like doubled or tripled their money, but they was expecting it to like quadruple or whatever, and so they didn't have enough money to like spend on Superman 4. I think something like that. And the script and all for Superman 4 was done by a dude, I forget his name, but he was wanting to be, and he was a martial artist and that, but he wanted to be, who was it? Fucking Nuclear Man, wasn't it? He would be Nuclear Man, but they picked someone else to be Nuclear Man. And so the fight scenes weren't that great. But that's a lot, man, number 4. But it is where, I mean, number 3 in parts is a bit shit, but you've got some good sort of scenes in that. But like, yeah, number 4, like some good scenes, but it does start going downhill from there. That's why they never did Superman 5. Yeah. Then they rebooted it. And I've seen like the um got a new Superman who I said he'd be skinny as fuck. Or not as buffed as fucking Henry Cavill. Well, I think it's gonna be fucking James Bond. Because I think they offered him the contract and that, but I think he turned it down. And obviously, if anyone knows about contracts, just because you turn it down doesn't mean you're not going to do it. It just means you're not going to do it on that contract. And so if they like put his wages up probably and give him a bit more control, as in like he can say no to scripts, because he'd be like, yeah, I'll play James Bond, but as long as the script's really masculine, because I'm not playing James Bond if it's real soy. And so as long as they give him that sort of like, oh yeah, he can refuse to be James Bond for that script. I don't know exactly what it's called, but it's really sort of like fucking hard for actors to get where they can refuse because it is one of them where the Bond films they're not made, and so like if all the Bond films that he'd be starring in were already written, then he could read them and then he could say rather, yeah, I'll fucking play Bond as long as these films are done, or he could be like, no, I don't like these films or don't like one or two of them. Well, because they always get written sort of like for the actor in that, and sometimes they'll change it here and there and that, and then sometimes they won't even have really much of a script. They'll just know sort of like basic sort of thing, and until they get more actors in and more sort of like thinking. But anyway, so Henry Cavill could be one of them ways. He's not chancing because thing with Bond films and all, they always want them to do at least about 3 or 4 Bond films. They'll always be signed up for at least 3. And because Timothy Dalton, he was signed up to do 3 Bond films, but he only did 2 because they was having trouble. I forget what trouble they was having, but whatever trouble they was having, they couldn't get the fucking Bond film done until it was a bit later, and Timothy Dalton wasn't physically up for it because he'd had to have trained and all that. Because Bond's always sort of like in his 40s, sort of thing. So he was in his 50s, and so that's when Pierce Brosnan like changed it for Pierce Brosnan. But, and say I reckon fucking Henry Cavill is going to be James Bond. But as I say, depending on what films. Because if they do fucking really good masculine action Bond films, then Henry Cavill's going to be like, yeah, all right. But Henry Cavill's like, nah, I'm not going to be signing up for Bond until I know what sort of films you're going to be doing. Yeah. Bond toys are great and all. The action figures. I had a Roger Moore fucking Moonraker one. Yeah, the captain. He had a real gutted. I wanted him, but he had the Live and Let Die, Roger Moore, and Silhouette. Not Silhouette. Solitaire. That's it. Jane Seymour. Yeah, I reckon he like sleeps with the Jane Seymour doll. I wonder if his comic books got the main character sleeping with a Jane Seymour doll. Oh yeah, doing this. You're gonna say fucking. I should be doing the video on sci-fi fucking SJW Nation. Because I've looked at it and that. Like, what a sad soy cunts. But obviously, I'm gonna have to show this shit. Yeah. So that's my next video. I thought, oh yeah, I'll do a stream. See if anyone out there. But yeah, I think I don't want to talk about anything masculine usually because fucking the John Wick conversations dried up on it. Even though there's that, um, oh, it's like the Continental, yeah, that's it. Yeah, that Continental that's going to be out. I don't know when, but there was a trailer. But I've been reviewing that Fuba, which is a new Arnold Schwarzenegger um, sort of series, and then I was like reviewing the trailer to fucking Equalizer 3. Oh, that's looking good. Probably going to be like the other Equalizers, where it's not going to be fucking action packed. It's not going to be the John Wick, but there is going to be John Wick moments in there because I've seen them. Because the trailer pretty much shows you like a few good fucking fight scenes. But it shows you one scene where you're like, oh yeah, well, that's pretty much one of the main fight scenes. But I'm still going, defo. Gonna try and get one of them early showings and all. I think it's definitely gonna be a 15, 18 or something. Because the violence I've seen in the trailer, it's like, yeah, it's definitely a 15 or more. But yeah, so shit I'll be watching. And then I saw like Vinny, he was sort of, I think, reviewing, but yeah, I'm like, oh yeah, that's it's gonna be good because I've been talking about what Deadpool 3, which I didn't even think would be made. But yeah, don't know when that's coming out. But you know it's gonna be good if it's Ryan Reynolds and that. Because he might be a bit more of a comedy. But it's still gonna be good. 'Cause I don't think he would be doing a Deadpool 3 if he didn't have fucking good scripts in it and that. And Hugh Jackman's back as Wolverine. So probably gonna be some like um bro love jokes going around. But yeah, once I get like fucking the Soy Nation video, 'cause I don't know if you saw that board, but I was on his channel and that, and he had some dude on who was saying America's got a problem with white supremacy and that, but I was like, no, they haven't. That I said there's about 300, and then he was like, oh, but what about the Proud Boys and that? And it's like, yeah, but apparently the leaders of the Proud Boys are in prison, so the rest of the Proud Boys, I don't think they gather around. So they're fucking and they weren't even fucking because the leader of the Proud Boys was a Mexican or half Mexican or something. So it was one of them that had been brainwashed. I said to him, I said, "Oh, I said you've been watching too much CNN." He's like, "Oh, I don't fucking watch CNN." And well, what do you watch? Because what have you been watching? Being brainwashed, bitch. So yeah, I got do the video on it. Like fucking just goes to show what fucking SJW soy cunts are out there trying to fucking immerse themselves into fucking the sort of what they describe as pop culture. But most of it's not pop culture. Most of it's fucking shit, unpopular culture that they'll watch just so you don't have to. I know. Tell me something like you're gonna watch. Because, oh, fucking. So the thumbnail from the fucking critical soy drinker saying, what was it? Oh, was it Little Mermaid's going to be shit? Or was it that queen? But anyway, whatever he was saying was it was like, oh, this is so fucking shit. Thinking, yeah, but you watched it. Because apparently he has to watch fucking films to know if it's going to be shit. Because he might think The Whale was shit, but once he watched it, he liked it. Oh, The Whale. Even if you like that film, you'd be like, well, like me with Mamma Mia. It's like, yeah, well, I like it, but I can understand why there'd be a lot of people that didn't like it. But he wanted, like, oh, recommend this. Like, fuck. Like, you recommended it to who? Sad bastards. Oh yeah, I shouldn't go on that. If anyone wants to pop on, talk about their favourite sort of film or toy, I'm here filling in for Tommy. Open his fucking all right and that. Open his back next week. Yeah, see fucking some so like some muscle figures, as in them little like wrestling figures, little plastic wrestling figures. Like just getting posted out there. So, yeah. But so I haven't seen the Mario film either. Should should really fucking have gone to, but one of them where I wasn't really much of a Mario fan, apart from Mario Kart. But there's a Mario Kart scene in that film, so yeah, we'll have to go see it sooner or later. But that's it. Might just wait till it's on a streaming service. Watch it. It comes on a streaming service. Like I watched Sonic, but that was one of them where it had Jim Carrey in that, and even though he's an SJW craze, well, he acts like it on like YouTube and social media, but it's still funny in the film though. And where with Mario, like, yeah, Chris Pratt's funny, but I don't know if he's going to be that funny as Mario. But they just look like the cartoons. So like the pace of the cartoon stories together, which is probably what they wanted to do. Sells like because, as I said, as long as they fucking keep a decent fucking um, portrayal to the original, it's going to sell. People love Mario. Then they like banged in all the other characters and that probably. 'Cause I saw they had like Donkey Kong and that in. Where it's like Mario. There's a bit of a fight going on. Probably will be like fucking half decent because it's all CGI. So he'll be doing a few kicks and punches and because I saw a bit where he's getting slammed around and that. But yeah, Mario fucking 90s film and that with Bob Hoskins and whatever his name is, John, is it Cusack or whatever. But yeah, that was like a pretty bad sort of like conversion. So I think they didn't do too bad with Mario and Luigi. Cause like, but apart from they didn't give Luigi a tash, so he was supposed to be like a cool younger Luigi. Cause yeah, in the film they like do Luigi's mansion, and so if you played it on the GameCube and that, you're probably gonna be like half hour of like watching the GameCube, like getting like, oh yeah, I remember doing this level or whatever. So yeah, looks alright to say. I'm gonna watch it sooner or later, but I'm just not that bothered about it right now because mate, I think he'd gone and seen it with his son or whatever. So like one of them. Where I'm not gonna back by myself to see that. But me and mate, we should be Sunday gonna see Fast and Furious Ultra or whatever it's called. I don't know. Fast and Furious X. Yeah. I think it's number 10, even though it should be number 12 or something. But the Hobbs and Shaw, I think Tokyo Drift, they're not classed as Fast and Furious. They're classed as like a branch off, aren't they? So, but yeah, Fast X, I think it's just called, where it's Fast and Furious 10. So, see how that is. Another bear fight in it, I saw, but at least it was birds fighting birds, so it's going to look more fucking realistic when they're beating the shit out of each other. When they're throwing each other around, it's like, yeah, well, you practically both sort of like weigh about 10 bags of sugar each. So, but yeah, hopefully the fucking stunts are going to be there, and I don't know if like they're calming the stunts down where they're like, yeah, we've hit the peak of craziness. Maybe we'll just try and keep it more level. But if they don't, I'm all right with that. I don't get some great because that's what you got to see. But if they start like they did, where they've got like some kind of fucking conga line, fucking of cars pulling down an helicopter, like yeah, well, you expect that sort of shit. So if that happens, then I'm all right. But what I saw of it, it didn't. I don't think anything looked that crazy compared to like what has been in. Obviously, it looks like some crazy shit going on in that, but compared to what has been in the Fast and Furious, is could have some fucking good masculine action scenes in it. Because I think It looked like Jason Statham's in it. I don't know if he's going to be a bit part or he's going to have like quite a part in it, but looks like he's definitely in it. That's what I'm thinking. Oh yeah, I got to see it because like at least they're going to have a few fight scenes with Jason Statham, and obviously he's probably going to kick some ass. Because I saw fucking Guardians of the Galaxy 3 in that. And I say, it was alright in that. But Star Lord didn't kick much ass as you think he would, considering he is sort of like the main character in Guardians of the Galaxy, even though they have it as like a team. And as I said, it was mainly Rocket's sort of backstory and that they concentrated on. So, yeah, I'm gonna go see some fucking Fast and Furious. And I don't even know where Deadpool 3 is coming out. Or I think it must be soon. Oh yeah, I'll be probably gonna go see Deadpool 3. Then obviously Equalizer 3. Then Expendables 4. And there's a few other films that are like getting released. But I don't know if they'll be at cinema. So, well. And right, this might not mean much to some people, but I heard oh, is it Jason Perry? Oh, Gene Perry. No, it's not Gene Perry. But anyway, this martial arts like action film director, he's said, "Oh yeah, I'm teaming up with Marco Zoro, who in John Wick 4 he played the sort of like third main villain sort of thing." Where he was the big dude going around beating the shit out of people. He knows how to do martial arts, and he's a big con, and so fucking he can do moves and that, and so somewhat Perry, JJ Perry, I think he's called. Yeah, I can't remember what the JJ stands for, but anyway, he's done really good fucking action films and that because he was like a stuntman. He's a bit like Chad Stadishki or Stad Stag Stadi Stadisky. So anyway, he knows how to like direct action films, and so if he's doing a film with this dude, and that is going to be good. So, but I just don't know what the film's called because he didn't say what the film was. He just said, "Oh yeah, he's going to be working with this," and so like it might have been, but it sounds like it's a film anyway. But so yeah, that's probably going to be a good film. Like JJ Perry and directing Marco Zoro. Yeah, look out for a film like JJ Perry's directing that Marco. Oh yeah, because that Marco Zoro, there's a film called Eagle's Fist or something, or no, Fist of the Condor. That was it, or the Condor's Fist. But anyway, I hadn't seen that yet because it was, I think, subtitled or um, hadn't been released or whatever. But anyway, yeah, that looks a good film. I'm gonna have to watch that. Low budget and all, but gonna be some good fight scenes in it. Because it's one of them where you don't need a big budget if you got two dudes who know how to do martial art fighting or any sort of on-screen fighting. Even women, but obviously it's hard to get the women because they don't want to get booted around like these stuntmen have to do. So, but yeah, if they can do the shit though, then yeah, to get sort of fucking put on camera, no need to do any special effects. You just might have to film a few shots and that of different angles. And that's it. So don't have to have a big budget for it to be a good martial arts film and that. Obviously, bigger budgets, bigger stars, more rehearsal time is going to be better, but not don't have to be always. Or yeah, and then I fucking can't remember what. Oh yeah, there's Indiana Jones 5. That like I don't know if I want to go to the cinema to see it. Depending on what the ending's like, really. Might be one of them where once you hear what the ending's like, because if Indiana Jones survives and it's not Phoebe Waller as carrying on from Indiana Jones, just re fucking doing like I'm not gonna be interested. That's what shit. I want to see a female Indiana Jones with a British accent, British middle class housewife accent. And they said housewife action, which is a total different thing. But yeah, I can't say really much. Oh, the new Flash. I'm even gonna go see that because I saw the fucking Batman. But yeah, I shouldn't even be talking about new stuff really. She was talking about old stuff and that. So yeah, Indiana Jones. Like the first three were good. Number four got a bit iffy. But no, number five. I went to the cinema to see number three. I went with my mate because he was really into Indiana Jones because he'd seen one and two. I mean, I'd seen like one and two, but he was really big into it. He wanted to definitely go see number three. Like I was willing to because like in them days sort of thing, it, like you'd rent it out and that, but it'd be like a bit cheaper to rent the video out, and if it was good, you could watch it like two or three times before you had to take it back. And so I was like willing to like wait until it came out on video, but because the mate was like, "Oh yeah," I was like, "All right then, fucking yeah." Not thinking, "Oh yeah, I'll go see it," because like it's Indiana Jones and that. But I was like thinking, though, well, I guess okay, like there's going to be some action in it, which there was, and that shit. That's what they need to put in number fucking 5. Because apparently they have been sort of like fucking re-editing and fucking replacing certain scenes and that. It's like, yeah, fucking hell, we're gonna have to do that. Even though I still wanted to see fucking Phoebe Waller-Bridge, Phoebe Waller-Fleabag Bridge, fucking as Indiana Jones. It's like, oh, that'd been amazing. In the best, okay, Indiana Jones series. Because they're going to do a series and everything. Them Soykuns would have been watching it and all. You know, they would have been like, oh yeah, well. I know, okay. I shouldn't be watching this shit, but hey, I've got to watch it, so you don't have to. I say, no, you don't have to, mate. All you got to do is really tell me if you think it's shit, which you should have known in the first 5 minutes, so you don't have to watch it. If there was like me, that have known fucking 5 months before it gets released, because it's like, right, who's the main hero in this? Is it a female? Oh, well, that's going to be shit. Even if it's good, I'm not watching it, which it won't be. Usually, they are a pile of shite. And then if it is a male dude, then it's like, well, right, well, are they going to fucking cock him or are they going to make him masculine? That's why I'm fucking well up for the Equalizer 3. Equalizer don't get cocked. Or touch wood anyway. Because he didn't do in the first two. Yeah, it's set in Italy this time. Did a review and that of the fucking trailer. And as I said, the trailer fucking shows you like one of the main fight scenes anyway. And yeah. Hopefully there's going to be more action in it. Might go John Wick style, where he's just taking out loads. And so they just show you part of the action. So, sometimes, yeah, as I say, it is a bit of a slow burn with the Equalizer. Oh, you know there's going to be some brutal fucking scenes, but it tries to go more realistic. So it ain't going to go fucking Rambo sort of shit. It sort of like builds up to it. Where probably by the end of the film, he's massacred a fucking big fucking organization or whatever. But and he is it quite sort of silently, real well mannered. But that's what Equalizer is. He's supposed to be like a well mannered sort of like ex sort of military slash CIA agent who wanted out of the CIA and that, but because he's got so many military secrets in the TV show anyway, he sort of like had to do odd missions stuff. But in the fucking film series with Denzel Washington, he only has like to do whatever he likes. He's retired. He's like he can do what the fuck he likes. So yeah, gonna be well fucking looking forward to the Equalizer. Gonna be one of them where I'm gonna have the ticket booked because I don't usually though where I live, even because like there's loads of fucking cinemas. Well, not loads, but as I said, it's about 4 cinemas, and they always play about 3 or 4 fucking showings. And if it's like a really main popular one, they'll do about 10 showings. So usually it's never that fucking packed that everyone's sort of like, oh yeah, we've got to go see this. But I ain't taking no chances. I'm like, yeah, get the tickets booked just in case all of a sudden, like, there's a lot of Denzel Washington fans just fucking storm the fucking box office and start booking tickets. Oh shit. But that's September the 1st. So hopefully there's a midnight showing or something. I'll be there. The mate might not be there because he fucking is a bit of a pussy when it comes to anything over 1 o'clock. And so yeah, if it's one of them 12 o'clock showings, it's not going to be finished till fucking 2 o'clock probably. Then fucking you got like adverts, so it'd be more like 3 o'clock because there's always like 20-minute adverts. So if the film's on for like 2.5 hours, 20, you're looking at 3 hours. So yeah, 3 o'clock in the morning might be a bit too late for him. But I'll be there. I'll be one of them, and I'll be pumped up. So if any shit starts after I watch the Equalizer, oh, I'll just go all fucking. I would say John McCall, but it's not. It's McCall anyway. Uh, oh, John is it? Oh, was it? Oh, I can forget the Equalizer's name. Robert. That's it. Robert McCall. Because in Equalizer 3, he goes to Italy because he's living in Italy now. Probably because in number 2 he fucking killed quite a few people. Probably that's what I'm thinking. So anyway, he's living in Italy, and so their pronunciation for Robert is Roberto. So he's yeah, I think he's getting called Roberto McCall. Obviously, it's Robert McCall. Yeah, that's fucking looking good. That's it. That's in a few fucking months out though, yeah. 4 months. So. nearly 5 months, but he'll probably fly by. But I think probably there's going to be one or two more films that gets released before then that I'll be going to go see. Because obviously there's a Fast and Furious 10, even though it's called Fast X. That can be a bit confusing though when it comes to labeling it. It's like, oh, there's Fast and Furious 9, and then it ends. It's like, oh yeah, then it went to Fast X. Oh, Fast and Furious 9 now, Fast and Furious 11, where's Fast and Furious 10? Oh, you just got called Fast X. Sounds more like a fucking plaster or some medical fucking. But I'll be gonna see it though. And popcorn movies. You know, crazy shit's gonna happen. So don't expect it won't. People get put off by, oh, well, you're a bit stupid. And it's like, yeah, of course it is. It's a fucking all out action film. Of course, there's going to be stupid bits in it. But it's how stupid are they? Because when they go really ridiculous, that's when it's like, oh, yeah. Oh, but that's a lot, okay? Because when you see women beating up dudes that are twice their size, so what if they do a fucking Congo line of cars to bring down an helicopter? I can believe that. But yeah, really masculine though. I think though there was going to do a female version of it, but I think they changed their mind and just did this Fast X. Or else might be still trying to do a female. I think maybe they realised, oh no, having a few females in it is all right, but if you haven't got some masculine dude to do all the masculine action shit, then yeah, it's not going to do well. I say Jason Statham, he'll do some masculine action scenes in it, and I'm sure he's in it because when I watched the fucking trailer, he was in it, kicking ass. Thinking, yeah, could be pretty fucking good. Yeah, I wonder how much the toys are worth, especially if you bought like the first ones, like because the dude that died, I forget his name, but I bet you his figure or action figure should be worth loads. And probably did one, didn't they? Because Fast and Furious was like, oh yeah, big franchise. So there've been a few cars and figures released. Well, I don't know. No, I'm thinking, yeah, I'm sure I've seen some, especially when there was that 405. Because like, oh yeah, let's cash in now. So not exactly sure. I can't say for fucking 100%. I know that it'd been definitely fucking because I'm sure I saw fucking one or two, but yeah, you thinking, oh, yeah. I can't afford them. No, not yet. Sorry, what buy them? Yeah. That Marvel film's going to be out though, isn't it? The Marvels. That's going to be great. See how many fucking soy cunts fucking go watch that so you don't have to. Like, no, no, you're right, mate. You don't have to. You don't have to watch it because I'm not gonna. You know. Oh no, I will. I will. No, no, mate. No, don't matter. I don't even want to know. Because sometimes when you fucking listen to soy shit, fucking seeps in there, doesn't it? So yeah, it's like I know it's real bad. As bad as the border. As well, the Mexican border, even though is probably merged into America now. There's not much of a border. Is more of a fucking leak. But some crazy shit going on. I'm like, as I said, got into a bit of a heated debate with fucking someone on Wi-Fi's channel, or sci-fi, should I call him? And yeah, he fucking kicked me off. Psycho. Then he tried to fucking thingy say that I fucking fucked off, but it's like no. And obviously, because that thick cunt don't remember what happened fucking 2 minutes ago, he forgot that he admitted that he kicked me off because the dude who I was having a heated debate with asked him, he went, "Oh, where's he gone?" And well, I went, oh, sci-fi, should I say? Sci Sci-Fi Nation went, oh, I booted him. He was upsetting me. I think the site cunts. So yeah, I'm gonna have to do the video to it where I show all the evidence. Okay, I don't know whether to hashtag him in it, just so like it'll probably come up on his feed, or just or not hashtag him in it, and then just let him fucking find out when people are like, oh yeah, you're a right SJ fucking solid W now, aren't you? Oh no, I've always been hanging around with. Well, that Soycon went proper. He tried to fucking thingy at the end and all. He tried to make out like he didn't know what was happening. But it's like, well, why did you kick me off? If you didn't know what was happening, why didn't you just mute us both? But no, he knew exactly what was happening. But the truth got a bit too much for him. So he booted me off. And I was waiting in the thing, but in the like green room sort of thing. But them soy cons, I was thinking, is there any point in going on? And then I don't know if his computer fucked up or he kicks me off, or then it sort of booted me off out. So that's when I put in the chat. The truth hurts. Soy. Oh no, the truth's upsetting. Soy. Oh yeah, this Dafcon. Thinking all right. He claimed just because I don't live in America that I don't know what was going on. But the dude who I was debating with, he didn't live in America, so I didn't. Well, soy cunt. I think he's been hanging around with some soy bitches, or he's just been compromised. He hasn't paid his taxes, and the CIA are making him into like a fucking soy cunt. But either way, I don't think if I do let him on my fucking stream ever again, it'll be to tell him that he's a soy cunt and to fuck and then like kick him off. So I don't think he'll be cooking me on my stream again. I think he'll be one of them. Well, he can come on this stream and all, but as I say, I don't think he'll be staying on long because whatever he says, it'll be some kind of fucking soy, fucking CNN, fucking propaganda garbage. So that's how mad I got. I use the word garbage because it's American, and I usually rather go with part of shit. But no, I want all American. Just because it's both say like Superman 1 and 2 were classics, 3 and 4 garbage. As I say, number 3 is fucking not as bad. It's not garbage. Like number 4 is not garbage, but it is rough. Number 4 though. Number 3 is all right. Obviously, 1 and 2 are fucking great, but I remember hiring out Superman 4 and being a bit disappointed. But like, wow, it's a Superman film. Because looking back compared to what films have been released, Superman 4 does look fucking pretty poor. But when it got released, there was probably about 10 super fucking hero films out. So it was at least in the top 10. Because remember, Batman, like, was it 69 or whatever, or 67, I don't remember. Well, anyway, when the Adam West Batman film came out, like, Superman 4 would have got more credibility, even though, like, the Adam West Batman film is supposed to be a bit sort of spoofy, fucking campy, sort of like kids program, but yeah. And then there would have been the Spider-Man sort of like TV series that they made into a sort of film that was like released as a film in the UK. It was anyway. Oh, then you had it like your cartoons where you had Captain America and that, and then there was the 80s Captain America sort of film. I think it was a TV series that got made into a film. Because I think they take like first 2 or 3 episodes, merge them together into a film. Because usually the pilot episodes are all your first 2 or 3 episodes will be like a film. where they're setting it up and that. I say, sort of released probably the Punisher like a few years after Superman 4. Oh yeah, and then they had the Hulk films with Lou Ferrigno, where same thing. There was episodes of a series made into a film, or like long ass episodes that they would do a TV film. So yeah, let's say Superman 4. Looking back, it looks pretty poor, but when it got released, it didn't look too bad. Cause yeah, there was no fucking like way of like doing big budget superhero films because the special effects and that were expensive in the day. And so unless I thought like, oh yeah, this is gonna make fucking millions back, then they just wouldn't go ahead with it. Well, probably Superman 4 is gonna look fucking better than the new Superman. I think he's doing it in a gun. Oh, I always think of Peter Gunn, but it's not Peter Gunn. That's a theme tune. The old. James Gunn. Apparently, he's doing a new Superman film, but he's not using Henry Cavill. And the dude he's using, he's probably not going to get him to biff up. So he'll be like, oh yeah, we need you to look as well. They'll be like, well, don't biff up too much because probably fucking you're gonna make Super Supergirl look a bit fucking effeminate. So yeah, Superman down the fucking drain. But when they're releasing their Superman, which unless the dude bits up and that, because even Christopher Reed, and this was back in the 80s, had to biff up. He knew he'd rather have to wear padding or just fucking get to the gym, put on some fucking muscle, which he did. And so this dude, because because Superman don't have to be real strong or look real strong because he's Superman. But the thing with Superman is he does need to look like he can at least fucking lift up because when he's lifting up big fuck off like in Superman 3, a big iced river, you know, to a Superman, that's still gonna be fucking pretty heavy. So can't fly around with no muscle, but Henry Cavill, though, I don't think he's gonna be Superman no more. I think that yeah, nail the coffin. I say, I think he'll be doing Bond if he fucking thinks the script and the direction that they want to take Bond in is what he likes. He'll be doing it. You say if he doesn't think the direction of the script is any good, then he probably won't. Yeah. Can't wait for fucking Equalizer 3 though. I'm like, oh yeah, be really pumped up for it. It's gonna be like fucking watching other shit beforehand and that. But let's say that Fast and X. But if I fucking see anything else good, because I'm sure, because yeah, Lethal Weapon 5, that's supposed to be coming out, but I think that's next year. So for this year, I know there's definitely like 4 or 5 good films. Obviously, there's going to be more, but I have to have a look. And then, which I think is going to be half decent. I'm not holding it up that much because, like, bad, but it's supposed to be a comedy with that Fuba with Annie, and that's sort of like where I'm like, oh yeah, not exactly confident in it's going to be full out masculine action, but I'm confident that there is going to be masculine action in it because in the like trailer, like the show Annie beating the shit out of people. So, but as I say, his daughter's going to be, but hopefully because it's 8-part series, so hopefully they're just showing you shit from the first episode. And so the second episode might not even have the daughter in. But then it could be they're showing yeah fucking most of the episodes sort of thing. Which then I'd be like, oh. But I'm gonna be watching it anyway. Give my reviews and that. And like if the first episode seems good, I might do a fucking review every week like I did with the but like the Moon Knight, but maybe not as deep as the Moon Knight because I really went fucking deep into that shit with loads of fucking screenshots and like so yeah, it might be a more of a like oh yeah, just the main points because it could be one of them ones where fucking there's a lot of talking which bore the fuck out of me. But if there's action in it and that, then oh yeah, which I think there will be. I know there will be, but how much will there be? That's where it's like, because from the trailers, it could go either way. It could be a lot of action and a little bit of talking, or it could be a lot of talking and a little bit of action. But as I say, with them getting Arnie, they know that if they do not deliver some good fucking masculine action in the first episodes, and keep it fucking going, like no one's gonna watch it because I hate Arnie and that now, even though he did apologize because he was like put up to say it. He didn't mean it, he said so. He was just forced to say it. So there's some people that don't like Arnie, and so there's people like me who like him and that. Uh, Obviously, what he said and that, I forgive him because, as I say, he was just being told what to do. He's not a real action hero, and so if the actions, but there's people I meet where they know. I'm not going to watch it if it's just them talking all the time. I'm not going to watch it if it's like 5 minutes of talking, 10 minutes of action, 5 minutes of talking, 10 minutes of action. One of them where, yeah, at least there's got to be at least 2/3 action and like 1/3 talking. If it's half action, half talking, because it seems like a comedy in that, so there might be bits where I'm laughing and that sort of thing. Oh yeah, so the talking, but it's like just really boring talking. Where it's not shit. But I don't think there was many female writers in, so hopefully there won't be, because like dudes will concentrate more on the action, or they should do anyway. Especially when they're writing for Arnie, because Arnie's is known for his action, and so you don't put him in at least some action scenes and that shit. People ain't gonna watch it. But yeah, as I said, the trailer shows a lot of masculine action scenes, even though there's a few like gaily fight scenes, but a bit of comedy-ish. But yeah, there'll be some masculine action. Yeah, I think I'll end the stream, being like an hour and a half sort of thing. Yeah, hope Tommy's all right. Hope he's gonna be back next week. And I'll be back tomorrow, hopefully. Like it's usually like uh, Wednesday, early Wednesday morning. Like, but should be back in there tomorrow-ish. Next, so hopefully I'll have that video released before I stream and that, so I can like commentate on it, and like people can like see what I was talking about and that. But yeah, thanks for watching and that, and cheers to Bone. We'll be in the chat and that. Cheers, Bone. And yes, it. Hopefully, I'll be doing a stream for about like 27 hours, something like that. But yeah, so oh yeah, one peace out. So yeah, yeah, cheers, bro. Yeah, as a should be doing a stream like the calling out the sign head bitches stream tomorrow and that sometime. And yeah, hopefully, say release that video. Oh, sci-fi fucking nation, SJW fucking cunt, being a total prick and supporting some deluded daft psychon who thinks fucking America's fucking problem is white supremacy. and not the influx of illegal immigrants. By the way, thanks for watching. Cheers. Bye.